congregation said you was like a moat. You got to get the fuck up out of here. You know?
You even let the devil in your congregation.
Well, the devil is the pastor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like that so-called white boy came up in there and started spraying. Now, I don't mean Lysol. He wasn't spraying no Lysol can. He was spraying bullets, man. You let that devil up in your congregation. Don't you know the Bible calls the so-called white man the devil? The Edomites? Anyway, you got it.
This is St. John 14:13.
Because you believe God loves everybody. See, that's another thing with you wacky-tacky Christians.
And that white boy came to that church.
Yeah, there you go.
With that weird energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
weird
yeah,
energy.
yeah.
And you told
Because I thought what it called me. So, what's that white boy doing over there, man? I can sense that weird energy.
That's right. And you told him to come on, this is God's house. Everybody's welcome to God's house. Come on in.
Well, that's not scriptural, man.
That's not scriptural.
That's not scriptural.
You got it, Apostle.
Come.
All right, Shalom, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the man who I learned this truth from, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and on the men all down. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the hopeful elect. All right, and in fact, you know, the kingdom, you know, is not for everyone, you know, and in fact, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus, they in fact do not love everyone, you know. Just want to touch on a few points in this video. It's going to be a short video. Go to Revelations. It talks about, you know, where do I want to start? Let me go to Revelations 21 real quick. I'll start at verse 10. It says, "And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the 12 gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the nation of the children of Israel." All right, because again, you know, the kingdom in fact is not for everyone. All right, now going up, verse 2, it says, And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. All right. Now, you know, this is going into, because, you know, if you have the understanding, you know that, you know, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. All right. So this is actually talking about, you know, like a fenced city or anything like that. All right. Because, you know, when Yahweh Shai comes back and he shows up, all right, and establishes righteousness on the earth, all right, under the leadership, under his rulership, all right, you're going to have the elect, 144,000, all right, 12,000 men out of each tribe, all right, and that's going to be the functioning body, all right, of the universe, all right. But again, you know, because it starts with the nation of Israel, all right. You know, again, you know, when you have the understanding, you know, the promises that were given to you know, our forefather, start with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, that chosen seed line, all right, you know, that was something that wasn't given to everyone, all right. The Lord was always dealing with, Yahweh Shem Shah was always dealing with the chosen seed line, all right. Jump over to the next chapter, Revelations 22. Let's see where I can start. I'll start at verse 14. It says, "Because blessed are they that do his commandments, that they might have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city." Now, again, you know, having an understanding, all right, because having the understanding that the law, statutes, and commandments were only given to a particular people, which are the Israelites. All right, so for the most part, for the most part, because you in the kingdom, you're gonna have these other nations and Gentiles and whatnot, but they're not gonna have the blessing. All right, like right now, we're under these curses, and pretty much Esau and these other nations, they have the blessings. They have the blessing of their blessing. Slug it. Or they have their blessing. All right. Well, in the kingdom, all right, the roles are going to be reversed. It tells you in Deuteronomy 30:7 how pretty much the blessings. The curses, they're going to be reversed. So in the kingdom, we're going to be blessed, and they're going to be, the curses that are on us is going to befall them. All right. But again, because I was saying that only the technically right now only the Israelites can break the law, statutes, and commandments, because they were given to us. But in the kingdom, all right, everything's going to be established in righteousness. We're going to be judges and rulers of the galaxy, the universe, of everything. All right. And again, the nations, they're going to be subject unto the Israelites, and they're going to be subject to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But that's in the kingdom. All right. But again, right now, the law, statutes, and commandments, being in these vile bodies, and everything. All right. Excuse me. These law, statutes, and commandments, they help us govern ourselves. We keep these law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, and this is why, and this is something that we need, because if we didn't have these law, statutes, and commandments, we as you see today, we'd be acting like these heathens, these Gentiles. All right. So this is why Yahweh Shem Shai told us to pretty much sever ourselves from these different heathens, these different nations, be different, because again, we were the chosen seed. We were chosen to be. You get that in Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. Verse 6, it says, "For thou art an holy people." Now that word holy goes into being separated. All right. Separated for use of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." All right. So again, this is why we have laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And because the Lord, he's dealing with us. And again, at the end of the day, everything was promised to be given to us. Again, it's, beginning with our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. That covenant was passed down through the seed line. When you go to Romans 9, verse 4, it says, "Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises." So again, concerning the kingdom, all right, because that's what it's about at the end of the day, making it into the kingdom. We're striving to be a part of that talking about the elect, they're striving to be part of that functioning body, even though they're already set to be. But again, we when it comes to the elect, they don't know who they are. The things aren't brought to their remembrance. So again, we strive to be one of those individuals. But nevertheless, concerning the covenants, the promises, the law, everything, the promises, everything was given to the Israelites. All right. This is why when you go to what was that, Matthew's 10 and verse 6, it says, "But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So again, because when you read verse 5, it says, these 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Because again, it's the message of the kingdom is not for the Gentiles. All right. Because again, the kingdom is it's not for them. The as far as the kingdom's concerned, it's for the Israelites. The house of Yahweh Shem Shai is not for everyone. All right. So this is why Yahweh Shai, when he was on the scene, told the apostles, to pretty much just fetch the lost Israelites, because again, that's what it's about at the end of the day. All right, gathering up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. Go to Mark 4:11, because again, if the kingdom was for everyone, then why did Yahweh say this in Mark 4:11? He said, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of the Most High, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. Why? Because again, the kingdom it's a mystery. And again, if the kingdom was for everyone, if salvation was for everyone, all right, if the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Shai was open to everyone, why is it a mystery? All right, because again, in fact, it's not for everyone. It's only for a certain group of people, which again, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Everything's about the Israelites. I just read in verse, what was that? Matthew's 10th chapter talks about, the 12 disciples. Everything's geared towards 12. You always hear about 12. When I read in Revelations, what was that? 21 to 22, it talks about the 12 gates, the 12 foundations, 12 manner of fruit, the 12 walls with the 12 angels, and then the 12 angels with the 12 tribes of the everything's geared towards 12, because it's all about the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the Israelites, again, which consists of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right, it's all about the Israelites. All right, because again, the kingdom it's not for everyone, man. You still got these especially the Christian church and all these other religions and whatnot. They're still preaching this this nonsense about the kingdom being for everyone, when clearly the precepts it's all about the Israelites. All right, the Lord chose a certain group of people to the words I'm looking for. He chose a certain group of people to basically represent him on the earth. All right, I'm going back to Revelations real quick. Get this in 11. Because those that are without, the profane, when you read in Revelations, verse 1. Yeah, I started verse 1. It says, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the whole breakdown, but all in all, again, the kingdom is not for everyone, right? And this is why, but this is why, that when it talks about the temple that is without, all right, the profane, the undefiled, the unclean, all right, most of that's going into these other nations. And again, like I quoted earlier, this is why Yahweh Shem Shai told us to be separate from these different nations, all these other heathens, because they're defiled, they're profane, they're without, all right, because the Lord's not dealing with them, all right, because we're the righteous seed, we're the holy and chosen generation, all right. The Lord chose us to be the kings and priests, right? Because it's all about the Israelites. The Lord isn't for everyone. He's not all love, all right? In situations like that, like the elder Apostle Gabar, you know, he mentioned the situation with that Edomite, what was his name, Dylan Proof or Roof or whatever, that shot up that church. All right, stuff like that. Why, you know, on a lower scale, you know, like, you know, and just inviting people into, you know, your temple. Like I said, on a lower scale, you know, just, you know, inviting people into your home, inviting people into your personal space and stuff like that. All right, you know, things like that. We got to be careful. All right, because, you know, I talks about that in Sirach. 11. Let's start at verse 30. See what that says. Verse 29. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 11:29. It says, "Judge none. It's like, bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Like as a patriarch taken and kept in a cage." It's like, yeah. Let me get my apocryphal. Just pull this out. So I got a lot of things going on around me, and I'm trying to concentrate. Let me actually pull it out. Ecclesiasticus again, verse 11 and verse 29. Again, it says, "Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Like as a partridge taken and kept in a cage, so is the heart of the proud, and like as a spy watcheth he for thy fall. For he lieth in wait and turneth the good into evil, and the things worthy praise will lay blame upon thee. Of a spark of a fire or a heap of coals is kindled, and the sinful man layeth wait for blood. Take heed of the mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual riot." So, again, all in all right, you can't just be letting anyone, you know, into your temple, whether it be your physical house or, you know, your personal space. All right, just because again, you know, you got a lot of deceitfulness, you know, people looking to pretty much bring down what the next man, you know, what he's got. All right, you know, because again, you know, there's a lot of deceitfulness, a lot of uncleanness, profaneness. All right, and again, you know, that's on a small scale. How much more Yahweh Shem Shai? You know, because again, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai, he's not all love, he's not all, you know, laughs and giggles. All right, you know, not everyone could just, you know, not everyone is just welcome into the temple of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, I see how certain brothers, you know, this information, you know, the videos coming out, you know, certain elders, you know, they're going into, you know, how, you know, just, you know, certain individuals, you know, trying to come up to the camp and, you know, trying to meet up and things like that. And, you know, just could just talk about being circumspect out here. You know, get that real quick. Ephesians 5 and what is that, 15? Yeah, it says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." So, you know, you gotta constantly keep your head on the swivel. You know, you gotta move with discernment and wisdom. All right, because again, you know, you got a lot of deceitfulness, you know, out here. You know, the love of many is waxing cold, right? But again, you know, that's just, I'm not trying to be all over the place. But again, you know, that's on, you know, on a small scale, and how much more Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, because again, you know, not everyone is just, you know, not everyone can just come up, you know, come into the temple, you know, you pretty much, you know, you got to get yourself right, get yourself together. But again, you know, it was only, you know, that opportunity, that privilege is only given to the Israelites at the end of the day, you know. So I just wanted to you know, just touch on a few points real quick, going back into the plantation. No, Yahweh Ratazah, this was edifying to whom it may concern. But once again, ended off by giving all credit to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Once again, double honors to the man who I learned this truth from, beginning with the apostles and others of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say Shalom.